Was ist das?
Hello there, welcome to another Was ist das cassette review. Our first for quite some time. We disappeared for Christmas, sort of. Went into winter hibernation, but back in business. And thanks to a union of almost friends of the website, you could say, because this is out on feathered Coyote Records, who we featured on here quite a few times. It's the Austrian-based cassette label, run by Ulrich of Bird People, and this release is from a familiar name to many of you, but a new musical artist to all of you. It's actually Jake Blanchard. Now, if the name rings a bell, it's because Jake is a quite renowned illustrator. He's done all sorts of great record covers and tour posters. He did Natural Snow Building's tour poster, and they toured the UK. He runs Tour Press, whose releases we've featured on here. Obviously done the artwork for the Tour Press releases. He graced a recent Rodelia with Chaplin release, but he's never released music before. So obviously, you can imagine from that description, the artwork is that rather beautiful psychedelic warped woodcut style, as you'd expect from Jake. And what's the music? Well, the tape is called ARCHAIC Practices. Side 1 has got the track Male Addiction, which you hear now, and Envenoming. And the second side is Wandering Jinn and Faint Visitant. So, Jake has delivered something quite different to the stuff that he releases on his own label. If you've gone by his previous releases for people like Black Twig Pickers and Twin Sister Moon, Eyes and Grind, you would expect something a bit more psychedelic. Perhaps the only clue would come in that he'd released something by Drone Orchestra Plurals before, and perhaps that is closest to what Jake's own musical creations are. There's a few points of reference here, and I think the thing that strikes to my mind first of all would be that classic early 90s compilation Ambient 4 Isolationism, epic 2-CD compilation exclusive material that Virgin put out, exploring the darker side of ambient. It's one that opened my eyes and ears up a lot to further sounds beyond the usual Scorn and Orang and Main, to a whole other world of strange dark sound. Let's check this is working. Yes, we're working. But the battery warning light is flashing, so I'd better not mess about. Well, what you get with your tape, there's also, for those who like a little bit of the old high-tech, there's a download code included with the cassette release, so that if you don't own a Walkman, you can still listen to it on the move. I'm trying to work out which track I'm on. I'm still on the first half side of the first side. So law of averages suggests that we're probably still on the first track. A bit of a cheat this skimming through, it's not really giving you an idea of the progression. We're definitely to the second track. So yeah, what I was mentioning, the Isolationism compilation springs to mind. And the associated acts like Lull and Final and Techno Animal, so the more extreme works of Jim O'Rourke, hints maybe of Nurse's Wound in their more ambient phases. What Jake does is weave strange dark soundscapes. His music's very stimulating for the imagination. I know he's currently based in London, but sometime very soon he's going to be moving up to this kind of rural area. Be interested to see what impact that would have on his musical creation. There is something very dark and urban about this sound. You can tell he inhabits the same landscapes as, say, someone like Burial, even though the music he produces is radically different. It's infused with that strange nocturnal urban soul. Indeed, if ever you've slept in the middle of a giant city, you know there's never any true silence. And that's what this, in a way, reminds me of, that subliminal soundtrack that you hear on the edge of your consciousness as you're drifting off, as the city hums and ebbs and flows around you. An ambiguous sound. Not overtly beautiful, but not overtly ugly. Taking you over now to side 2. Well, this track should be the Wandering de Djinn, or however you say it, the kind of a Arabic genie. As you see here, very, very minimal beginnings. We'll take things further forward. We'll try to take you through the progression and evolution more so of this track. Otherwise we'll be ending up giving you no idea of what this is like. As you see now, it's built up, there's a few more layers come sneaking in there into it. Again, very, very dark, haunted music, quite nervous and edgy. There's no tunes or melodies, just strange drones and abstractions, layered up moodily. I mean, in some ways it reminds me a little bit of O'Malley's work, of the guy's name I forgot. They work together as Peter. No, they don't. No, Peter is the guy on his own, and him and O'Malley together are KTL, I think. So you've got to skip quite a bit forward there. It's building up and up in waves and waves. Strange, dark, powerful stuff there. I mentioned that maybe it didn't remind much of Twin Sister Moon or Eyes of Grind, but I guess they work in strange drones, abstractions and other worlds, but while theirs sounds like a very rural nightmare, as I mentioned before, I think this is a very different environment we're getting captured here on tape. So just trying to work out which song we're on. Actually, it looks like we're nearly at the end of that tape. Somewhere around there we seem to have skipped from the third track to the fourth. I seem to have rushed through far too quickly. If you go over to the Feathered Coyote Records Bandcamp, you can stream this whole album on there and probably order it from there as well, I guess. If this tape's not already sold out. Strange dark drones, I think you won't go far wrong with this one.